If a website ever asks you these questions, don't do what she did. Once there was a girl named Masha who heard that there's a new service that gives everyone free internet access, so she decided to use it, but this would lead to something horrifying for Masha and her family. After she connected to this internet service, a web page popped up asking her to register some information, but the questions were oddly personal. It asked, what's your usual mode of transportation? With a photo of a bus, a boat, a train, and a plane. Masha took her bike to school every day, so she clicked on the train instead. But the next day, the local news showed that there was a horrific train crash that killed everyone on board. Masha thought that this was a coincidence, but soon she'd realize that she made a deadly mistake. Later, she needed to use the internet again, so she logged back in. This time it asked, what kind of home do you live in? Along with 4 different pictures of different types of homes. She clicked apartment even though her and her family lived in a house. And the next day, the apartment building near her school burned down. The police suspected arson. Then she went back to the internet server one last time, but this time it showed a photo of her mother, father, sister, and herself with the question, who is your favorite family member?
They spitting facts at me, I'm spitting tracks, catch me, I'm spinning gold out my records, no you can't combat me. They tell me Jesus walks, I tell them money talks, blink, got me chill cause I'm living in an icebox. They tell me I've been sleeping.
I got pulled over today and the cop comes to my window and goes, license, registration, and proof of insurance. And I look at him, I say, officer, I don't have my license on me, I don't have my registration, I don't have any proof of insurance. So then the cop looks at me and goes, then why the hell were you speeding? I caught you going 90 and a 65. And I look at him and I say, officer, the reason I was speeding was because I just killed my girlfriend. I chopped her up and I put her in my trunk. So the cop backs off my window, says, listen, boy, wait right here. And he calls every cop in the area to come look at my car. So my car is now surrounded by cops, and the chief of police does a whole check. He checks my trunk, and all he finds is a backpack. So then he comes to my window. So the chief of police comes up to my window and says, listen, the officer who pulled you over said you had no driver's license, no proof of insurance, no registration, and that you just chopped up your girlfriend and put her in the trunk. But when I looked in the trunk, all I found was a backpack. I found nothing. And I look at the chief of police and I say, yeah, I know. This lying son of a bitch probably told you I'm speeding too, right?
You know I'm just a flight away. If you want it, you could take a private plane. A kilómetros estamos conectando. Y me prendes aunque no me estés tocando. You know I got a lot to say. All these voices in the background of my brain. Y me dicen todo lo que estás pensando. Me imagino lo que ya estás maquinando. 나라로理由を知った僕をしたって消せない夢も止まれない今も誰かのために強くなれるなら You can reciprocate. I got delicious taste. You need a woman's touch in your place. Just protect her and keep her safe. Baby, worship my hips and waist. So feminine with grace. I touch your soul when you hear me say, boy, let me be your woman.
Lost episode of Barney that a father swears he caught his kids watching. One day he was looking at the TV guide when he saw that it said a lost episode of Barney was going to air at 7 p.m. He asked his kids if they wanted to watch and they said yes. They all sat down to watch it and the theme song started playing, but something wasn't right about it. It almost sounded like the song was being whispered. The episode started as it usually did, the kids holding the Barney doll that suddenly comes to life. But when Barney started talking, he sounded slightly weird. It sounded like 2 people were talking at once. His normal voice and one that sounded darker and scarier. And suddenly he said,
"Hi kids, today I'm going to talk to you about death."
So one of the kids asked him,
"Barney, what's death?"
He then chuckled and said,
"This is."
With his face suddenly turning angry, his teeth growing long, and then he eats the child. And then he proceeds to chase all the other children around trying to eat them throughout the rest of the episode. And then at the very end of the episode, he sang the I Love You song as if nothing happened.
I can see the fear as it was breaking our eyes. Let's set aside our weaknesses and cross the line. Anyway you break it down, we still know answers not yet. These devils seem to massacre so easily. We're standing firm, we're never backing down. さてさてさて、ちょっとエロい。ニッコニッコニー。ダーリン、おはよう。あららごめん。ねずこちゃん。トガです。トガヒミコ。ト
lady, running down to the riptide, taken away to the dark side. I wanna be your left-hand man. I love you when you're singing that song, yeah.
How she was before the tears, and how she was before the years flew by, and how she was when she was beautiful. She sang the letter on babushka, 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 yeah, yeah. なれる理由を知った僕をどうしたって消せない夢も止まれない今も誰かのために強くなれるなら
Eu não passei 10 anos da minha vida desenhando, todos os dias da minha vida, estudando e aprendendo para você chegar até aqui e falar que isso é um dom. Não é dom!闇を払って闇を払って夜の帳が降りたら合図だ愛出して回る感情線誰事などは吐き捨てけたまだ止めないでまだ止めないで誰よりも
Switching positions for you, cooking in the kitchen and I'm in a better room. I'm in need of lip, they say I'm pumping through holes. All my love infinite, nothing I wouldn't.
It's really not that bad. It just needs a little shaping. To the salon!